Hey guys, and welcome to the first episode of Rewind Friday.
Rewind Friday.
Hey, what happened?
The show where I take a look at games that you would rent back in the day for the weekend and see if it was worth it or not. And when I take a look at each game, I'll be scoring them in 4 different categories. And on this week's Rewind Friday, the game I chose was Jackal on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Published by Konami and released on September 1st, 1988. Segment 1, Box Art. Let's take a look. Alright guys, taking a look at this box art. Off the bat, it already looks awesome. The front cover has a picture of 2 Jeeps with some machine guns on top and a helicopter overhead, couple explosions. It looks awesome. It's got the title right there in clear, Jackal. Let's take a look at the back. On the back of the box, it has 3 different screenshots. Now the screenshots don't do it justice. It just kind of shows a Jeep in front of some jets, 2 Jeeps on screen, and a Jeep crossing a bridge. So it doesn't really show too much of what the gameplay could be. But let's take a look at what the story says on the back of the box. Jackal. Take no prisoners except our own. Your brothers in arms are hostages behind enemy lines, and you're the only hope for freedom. But the firepower you'll face to rescue them is awesome. Cannons, tanks, submarines, and snipers will blast your horrific crossfire, while jet fires zero in from above. To defend yourself, you control the Army's advanced all-terrain attack jeep, with its arsenal of guided missiles and incendiary grenades. Of course, these are merely tools, and to save your countrymen, you'll need more than a handful of gunpowder. You'll need a pocket full of miracles, and the ferocity of a jackal. Featuring simultaneously play for 2 players or play against the computer. Man, I think that story just says it all. It gets you really pumped up to play the game. You have a mission to go out and save your guys. It talks about all the upgrades you can get and how awesome this Jackal Jeep is. I give this a rating of 5 for box art. Section 2, let's talk about the gameplay. It starts off throwing you right into the heat of battle. You get into your Jeep when you're playing single player, or you can play 2 players at the same time. You start off with your machine gun and grenades. The music is awesome. It just gets you pumped up to play, that you're in the heat of battle and you just want to be annihilating the enemy. There are places where you can rescue prisoners, and one of the prisoners will be flashing, and he's an upgrade. Now, only one person can get the upgrade, so be sure, if you already upgraded fully, to let your fellow player get the upgrade. Also, while you're rescuing all the prisoners, the more you rescue, it adds points, and it can give you extra lives, and you'll need them in the further levels. I give it a 5 rating for the gameplay. If it's your first time playing through Jackal, it's going to take you a while to memorize where all the enemies are and how to dodge them and how to beat all the bosses. So it's going to take a lot of practice, and you'll be playing those early levels a lot. But you'll get good at it, and then you'll get your upgrades and you'll be able to get further and further in the game. Playing with a friend is even more fun. This helps you get further because you have someone covering your back and killing more of the enemies for you. Makes boss battles a lot easier as well. Now once you get good at it, you could probably beat the game within under an hour. But that doesn't mean it's a bad game. You can definitely put it down, go do something else, and come back to it, and you'll still want to play this game. For the game's replayability, I give it a total score of 5. Overall enjoyment of the game. I think it's fantastic. It's a great package. You have awesome music, solid gameplay, it's 1 or 2 player action. Replayability on it gets easier as you practice. Definitely want to pick up Jackal. For overall enjoyment, I rate it 5. So the final score for Jackal is 20 points, a perfect score. We had a totally awesome weekend. Well guys, I really urge you to check out Jackal. Rent it for the weekend or pick it up to own. A loose copy goes for about $9, and you can get a complete in-box copy for around $30. Be sure to come back next Friday for another episode of Rewind Friday and see what game I pick up for the weekend. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next video.